As an employer, it's not always about the salary. There's so many other aspects that you might consider to ensure that there is a very effective relationship between you and your employees. Now, who am I talking about? It's obvious I'm talking about Marwa and the way he talks and relates with his employees. The information in the streets, the online streets, is that this guy abuses his employees. And to some extent, I have to agree with that because the information he gives and the information that is given by other people, they collide. You see, that small extract that I've just attached here helps to prove the real identity of Marwa. He is an oppressor. He oppresses his employees. All he thinks about is money, money, money. He thinks everything in terms of money. Has he ever thought about the workload, work-life balance, potential forced overtime, the psychological effects and impacts of his workplace, the workplace environment, the safety protocols? For instance, when we talk about safety protocols, right now he's busy with his stables. There's nothing wrong with that. Anybody wanna be successful with horses and all those cars and everything. Nobody has a problem with that. That's your personal goals and your personal success, Marwa. There's no problem with you pursuing all that. But even as you pursue all that, you view your employees as something aside. You never look at your employees as partners in your success story. I doubt if you ever give credit to employees. The only person I'm seeing you give credit is your Uncle Gutu. And the reason you're giving your Uncle Gutu that credit is because he's working overtime but he doesn't care. To him, and you see, Uncle Gutu is a different generation from the employees you have. This is a generation that was used to getting oppressed. So when he gets that opportunity, he kind of feels like you're doing him a favor. But other employees, that's not the case. See, I was watching you micromanage an employee who was treating those poles for making the stables. Those poles, if you guys have watched his video, there are those poles with that greenish color. It's because they're being treated. That's why you see them with that greenish color. Guess what? These employees are working with chemicals. They do not have safety gloves on them. So you can imagine this is a guy who is working with chemicals, bare hands, and is expected to use the same hands to eat food. Do they even have insurance? What are the contracts? What are the contractual terms? What are the agreements? What are the work hours? When do they go for holidays? To you, paying them $50 is equivalent to $300. $50 is $50 in the US. $50 in the village is equivalent to $300. Trying to justify you abusing your employees. That's so shady though. And that's why you're such a despicable human being. Because you cannot treat fellow black people like slaves, and you continue speaking ill of them. Before Musabi left, you were saying he's very hardworking, he's very devoted, he's very disciplined. Those were your words before he left. He's only a bad person because in that video, you were responding to the revelations that people are having after the JT podcast expose. You took your time, you allowed people to talk, and then you decided to strike. And it's not gonna work, bro. Because there are more important factors that you need to think about. It's not just about money. When you employ an employee, the salary is a good thing, there's no problem. But what are the benefits of working with Marwa? As an employee, what are the other benefits of working with, I am Marwa? And I kind of feel good because of these people who've been doing those reactions, because they are helping to expose. They are helping to expose some of the things that are happening in that place. And sooner or later, some people might catch up. You might find yourself in hot soup. People might end up going there and suing you, and you are attracting and accumulating enemies out of nothing. Because once these people start understanding that they are being used and abused by you, because they come there. You see, I am Marwa, listen, when you look at the comment section, there are people who kind of feel like you inspired them. That's what they feel before they come there. But then when they come there, they realize, hey man, this guy is way worse than the colonial powers. The desire to be this imperial leader, this imperial boss, is undeniable. When somebody looks at you, when somebody listens to you speaking about your employees, they can eventually tell the kind of a person you are. Any person with proper brains, any person who is pragmatic, understands that some of the things you do and some of the things you say are completely wrong, perfectly invalid. Your logic has completely collapsed lately. So emotional. You lack communication skills, leadership skills, and everything that goes with it. You want to be seen as a baron, as a very rich person. You want to be respected as a very rich person. Listen, and I need you to understand this, I am Marwa. You want to do things with the market price of that place. You only have a problem when people charge you the market price of other places. And even in your visits, now it's clipping, now it's clicking. Now it's making sense why you would prefer, when you visit places like the United States of America, you'd rather stay with people, with hosts, rather than pay for hotels. Because the hotels are obviously expensive, and based on your culture of spending money, you don't want to spend money paying for hotels where you can easily sleep at somebody else's place and pay nothing, because you love using people. I mean, from that extract that I've just attached at the beginning of this video, think about all the employment factors that have to be considered. Think, and especially when it comes to contractual agreements, because people need to understand how many hours do they work for a week. Because normal working hours should be 8 hours per day, or call them 9 hours. If employees work overtime, then are they compensated for that overtime? Does your company even have benefits? What are some of the benefits that these guys get? Is there any health insurance coverage? Do you have any health insurance coverage for your employees? What are the working conditions? Now you claim you're going to start building for them a place for them to be sleeping, and they're going to cook for themselves. I have no problem with that. That's very okay. That's very okay. But then you have to ensure that they have enough time for those breaks, because there's no way an employee can work for 9 hours continuously. They need a break for at least for 30 minutes tea break and 1 hour lunch break. They finish their work, they leave. And then you cannot dictate whether an employee should have YouTube or no YouTube. It's like telling employees they can't have phones. It's like telling me I should not speak. That's their right, that's their choice. If somebody want to have a YouTube channel, let them have. As long as they do not take those videos while working, or in your premises. Outside there, fun. Let them have fun. And we do not speak from a jealous point of view. We are not even hating on you. We are just here to speak the truth. And our truth will be vindicated at some point. And the truth is, the way you handle employees, the way you talk about them, it's not fair. It's not fair. You see them as disposables. You do not see them as shareholders and partners who are working with your vision. And these are the people who are helping you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. If these guys decide to harm you, eventually they are going to harm you. Just like you're continuing harming your brand. Any person with a good brain understands whatever you're doing and the way you're dealing with your employees is very, very unfair. And a person of your stature, if people are so kind to give you gifts, because they do, willingly, why can't you also be so kind? Don't deal with the market price. You being the I Am Marwa brand, if you were wise, you would have at least add, even if it's $15. Add even if it's $15. Because these people, once they leave your place, they will say, at least our salary was way more than any other place. Our employer was paying us way better than any other employer. And you will be vindicated with time. But I think as things stand, you have a lot more to lose than gain. Well, guys, that's all I have for now. If you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing, and I'll really appreciate, and especially if you like my content and my commentary. Other than that, I'm just wishing you a lovely day, 23rd January 2026. The month is finally coming to an end. January is usually viewed with a lot of negative perception, but only 7-8 days and then January is gone. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Subscribe, like, share, comment as well. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.